To look for more aggressive
Hello
setups.
and welcome
Many
to
opted for a
VollgazzRacing
soft front
Season
tyre
7
for
Division
greater
1
confidence
Round 1
and a medium rear
here
tyre
at
to
Silverstone. It
maintain
is a
high
bit
pace and
cloudy.
traction.
10 riders here today. We got Adam, Skydiff and Fadley, who didn't qualify yesterday. They're here today on the back road of grid. You have Platt for life starting on pole position in his debut race. On our end anyway, to my knowledge. VTR is second and the current reigning champion Sire is in third. Now we wait to see what tyres and all sorts of stuff goes on. Who uses the ride height device at the start. Right, let's go.
The riders have been greeted by a fantastic
They're all lined
atmosphere
up
at
now.
Silverstone. They're all lined up for the start.
Platt, the heavy
ready
favourite to
for
win
some
this
British
race.
Grand Prix action.
He's got pretty much a second over everyone. He's just gonna bring the bike home, and he'll basically in pole position. He'll win the race, sorry. And we are off. That gets a perfect start. But the Suzuki's get absolute noises again to second and third gear. Into turn one, and VTR takes the lead. But he's run wide up. Fadley's gone down. He's taken someone else. Maybe that's Craig. But he's gone down. So we go into Maggots and Beckett's now. And as feared, it is Platt in front. VTR, no, Jab Bourbon it is. He's trying to fight back. Oh, he just couldn't quite get through. We now go through Chapel and now down the straight. Oh, Fadley's come down again. Here comes Sire up the inside on the brakes into Stowe. Wow, he is late. He's going to run wide, surely. But Platt's gone extremely wide. Sire's going even more wide. And Sire's gone down. He's lost the front. The champion is down. And someone else ran really wide into the break into the Vale. Sire's gone down again, remounting. So Platt's got away at the front as he would have wanted. The other guys unable to take advantage of the start there. Let's now go into Abbey and Farm. He's got very little time now to attack to try and hold Platt back. He goes to the hairpins. He's run wide there. Craig's gone down again. It's an absolute disaster for those three at the back. They now come to Wellington Street. And now into the final 3 corners with the left Platt running a little bit wide, but that's okay. And now for the final race on the curb, Jack's staying with him. Jack is staying with him. He's just gonna hold on. He's got to try. He's got to try something. Stay in the slipstream. Hold on to that toe for as long as he can. BTR, he's dropped quite a few positions, and he's trying to pass Sky. If you go into turn 1, Finley trying to pass Adam. So Finley just struggling off with the new game on the Honda. As Finley's gone down, as I say that, if Finley goes down at Coppers. We now go into Baggots through the right. Sky's gone really wide, he's gone off the track even. Rejoins the track. Problem. They're giving a little bit of time. Oh no, I think that really distracted Sky and he's gone down. Oh no. Damn, so Platt now leads by half a second, no, it's not half a second, 7 tenths of a second. Jack is second, Nelson is third, VTR is fourth, Adam fifth. Sky back remounts into 6th place. Shame of, I think the blue flag is caught off guard and onto the grass and down he went. And now Adam's gone down. Adam loses the front, I think, or the rear. One of the two. Maybe even hit the curb into Abby, and he's down. He's in 6th. Fadley goes down again, and he's down last now. As Adam remounts, rejoins the circuit behind Finley. But now pulls the pin. He survived lap 1. They tried, but VTL was really the only one who actually got him in front, but unfortunately he just ran wide and could not do anything to hold him off. Jack tried, but he just, I think at the one point he could have done, he just made a little bit of a mistake, misjudged it, and Fat was able to get away scot-free. So we start lap number 3. The gaps were unfortunately quite spread out, but Saya, he's only 6/10 in front of Finley. Saya's got to do some work here to try and bag some important points. Jack has already got a long lap penalty. Oh, Saya, I just say that, and Saya's down. Saya goes down at turn 1. The champion is having an absolute nightmare. Down in 8th place. The Platinum Fever got a 4.3 second lead over Nelson, who is now 2nd on time. He goes through Stowe. He's just going to hold this together, and it's basically in the bag. Nelson being the top Honda in 3rd place. Motogp going really wide through Stowe. Nelson just trying to... He's still adapting to this Honda in this game. He's still missing something to get on the pace of the front two. So the fact he's getting a 3rd place is a strong result. And I think it's something he'll definitely take at this stage of the championship. So he's got to build that consistency for when hopefully he can start understanding everything a lot better and put in a challenge at some point. He was really wide through the hairpins. Nelson running a hard front tyre. Oh, blast down! Flat goes down, he hits the curb on Aintree and he's down. Oh, and Jack Berman's gone down too! I cannot believe this. And now Nelson takes the lead of the race and VTR moves into 2nd. Oh my God. All he had to do was bring the bike home. He's only lap 3, he had to bring it home and he stuffed it. And Jack Berman has gone and done the exact same thing. So Nelson, it's changed this race. Well, I never really expected to lead this. I think anyone expected anyone else but Platt to lead this race. But now he goes through Woodcut for the first time in the lead, and he starts lap number 4. 7 laps to go into turn 1. VTR now, you can smell his first Division 1 victory. He's won many times in Division 2. He was oh so close to the Season 5 title, but he just missed out having a poor final 2 rounds. He seems to have clicked well with this GP22 game on board the Suzuki, which has a lot more horsepower than the previous game and probably a bit better handling. And he is now starting to close that gap a tiny bit to Nelson, getting about a 10th in the 1st sector. Now down the long straight.
Oh my God.
Never mind.
Oh my God.
VTR is down.
How have I done that?
All that work he was just doing there has now gone up in smoke.
How have I done that?
VTR is now down
How?
to 5th place. Paddy is now back up to 4th place. So. Recovering from
I'm an
mistake.
idiot.
I think luckily he had a fast crash that sort of stopped the animation of the bike tumbling and he could respawn quicker. 2.5 seconds separate Nelson and Platt, that gap you'd expect to close. I don't know at what rate, how much is Platt willing to risk this. Jack Berman's gone down again at the Vale chicane, and that now promotes Hadith into 3rd place, and Jack still yet to do his long lap penalty. VTR could move back inside the top 4, and Finley now is on the cusp of a podium place, as well as Adam. So this race just went from being quite boring and looking really dull to now really lit up, and Platt has now found 3 tenths in the 3rd sector. Can Sky, formerly known as Motogp22, now Sky Eddies, can he hold on to his podium place? Jack, I don't think he'll be able to believe what he's done. He's crashed out of a potential 1st place and now he's crashed out of another great place, podium place. So 2 crashes in the space of a lap of really important positions. Maybe he just got a little excited, maybe he got a little bit nervous, who knows. Saya's down again. Saya having an absolute nightmare. Nelson's gone down! I do not believe this. Nelson goes down at Cops. Oh, it was going so well for the Repsol Honda man. The two-time champion, has gone down, and Platt, it looked like he had some work to do. Now, I think every rider has crashed, and order has resumed. Platt leads now by 6.6 seconds. He's just going to stay on this time. He's got absolutely nothing to risk now. He doesn't have to push. He can just bring this bike. He can bring the Pramac Ducati home. Pramac Ducati would probably be the most alongside Petronas Yamaha, the most successful team in Volgas. Basically, the Petronas team no more now branded as the Review RNF team. So Sky is doing that team justice. VTR is closed up, and now we have a fight for the podium place. Sky's run really wide, and VTR goes round the outside at the Vale chicane and takes third place. Jack now looking to go up the inside. We just can't find a way through, but can he use the Suzuki power? Pull alongside the Yamaha into Abbey. No, he can't. He braked a little bit earlier than Hadif. Is that just the Yamaha braking? Yeah, Hadif can just pick a little bit stronger than Jack through there, but that's going to have a better run through the farm, but it doesn't really make much of a difference now. Into the hairpin, Jack's got the better line, but Hadif's got the better defensive line. Now go into the second hairpin. That's going to try and set this up through Aintree. And maybe try and get Hadif down the straight. We know that Suzuki can. And with a Bislett stream, you go side by side down the straight, and Jack Berman blasts past the Yamaha like there's absolutely nothing onto the brakes. And Jack is into fourth place. Sky run really hard into the corner trying to get past Jack again, but it's cost him a lot of time. And that puts Suzuki's third and fourth. Nelson in a somewhat safe second place for now. He will be absolutely kicking himself for that crash. He could have. I know what it's like to be behind Nelson. He is so defensive, it is ridiculous, and he will. If you pass him, he will pass you back, whether it's meant to be possible or not. So that might have got away with a hard time there. And I've just got to be careful with these warnings here, because a lot of people on 3 or 4 warnings. As we now go down the hanger straight for the 6th time, 8.5 seconds. Platt has a lead, so I'd imagine at this point he's just trying to make sure he hits all his markers. You can't get too complacent, because that's when mistakes can creep in. So keep his head down, take his first Volgas win. It's the Vale chicane again for these 3. Adam and Finley just on the back of the group, just can't quite get the same pace. Finley seems to be struggling to enter corners. What I can tell through that section, he just can't. Where the time was lost indicates he just can't. He hasn't got confidence just to get that bike in. Just over 8 attempts between the 2 Suzukis. Hadif's gone down. Hadif has gone down. Oh. It's gone down at Village. It was an absolute disaster for Sky. Hadif could have been on the podium. That dream might have gone up in smoke. As Jack is starting to close the gap ever so slightly on his teammate. The rider who was meant to be in Division 2 but has got promoted to Division 1 through the pre-season test, doing that World Cup for the 7th time. But for the 6th time, 4 laps to go. Who is going to finish top Suzuki? Who's going to claim that last podium position? Both of them might not even get the positions. He's running a little bit wide there, but he's got better exit. It seems like Craig has gone down again. Craig's return to Volgas is doing an absolute disaster, and he is gone. Change of direction through Beckett, now into Chapel. I apologise. Down the straight. That's lost about a tenth of a second in that first sector. So here we go into Stowe. Hard on the brakes, the forks compress. Amount of speed you can take through there. Ridiculous. Hard on the brakes now into Vale. I haven't really seen any stoppies into there because of my quicker change of elevations. I'd imagine it's quite easy. Running on the outside curve, coming back down this Lewis Hamilton straight. Obviously the F1 and car racing, that's their start finish line at the international. start finish. VTR just seems to be holding the gap at 6 tenths. 6-7 tenths. It's just stabilising there. Jack's pushing all his might. They're both pushing on the edge. Oh, good ride, as VTR gets on the curb. Easy mistake that could have been made there, but he's got away with it now, braking hard into the final left of the circuit. Oh, he's gone a little bit wide there. Possible moment on the front end. And into the long right as we now put the power on and shifting into third, fourth, maybe even fifth. And onto lap 8 for these two. Jack's closed the gap down to 2 tenths of a second. VTR just making a big mess of the fourth sector. Jack now in the slipstream. He could be, you can set these corners up nicely, get anything out of Chapel. He could be on, take a podium place, but he's messed up the front of a massive wobble on the change of direction, and that's cost him a couple of tenths. Go on the curb, through the pair of them, down the straight, and the gap's going back exactly to the same as it used to be. On the brakes, into Stowe. Jack's run quite wide through there. So sit the bike up to try and make it advantage as he can. He's going in the grass as well. That's not good. Jack's really trying to get that gap. VTR closed again. VTR runs quite wide into the Vale chicane, and Jack closed the gap back down. They're just making mistakes, and the gap's just yo-yoing between 2 to 8 tenths, averaging around 6 tenths. If you now go into these fast rights and lefts before the hairpins, this could be. If Jack can time this right, he could get a move in on the last lap into these two corners. You take your pick. You can either send it in the first one and hope to defend in the second one, or set up the first one to move into the second one. But that's quite difficult if the rider knows what you're doing. We now go round 8-3. Jack on the cusp of getting a long lap penalty if he's not careful. Onto the brakes. He's taking a nice tight line, but that's running quite wide. He is just not strong in this last sector at all. And Jack is right back on. He's right back with him again. As we start lap number 9, 2 Suzuki's tooth and nail right now. Can Jack find a way through? Jack stronger through Cops there on the entry. But VTR might. Can VTR? Yeah, he's just got a better exit, just slightly. We can now go into Margaret's Beckett's Chapel. Jack once again faster through here, but he's messed it up. And he's going to have to go straight on. Make sure he doesn't get a long lap penalty. Platt's got a long lap penalty, but doesn't mean anything. He can take that, no problem. No risks needed. And it just seems Jack just does not have that confidence. He's trying to push the bike into turns 2 and 3, and he just can't quite. The bike just does not want to get through those corners. We're going to the Vale chicane once more for the penultimate time. Finley's gone down. That could promote Sky D into the top 6. Once again, VTR wide for the chicane. There's so many mistakes from these two. And that is the biggest one. Jack Berman has now got a long lap penalty. He's 1 warning away. He just clipped the green there, and that is all it's taken for Jack to get his long lap penalty. I don't know if VTR can actually hear me, so I don't know if you'll know whether he's got a long lap or not. So Jack's got to play this smart. Does he take it now, or does he try to take it on the last lap? I'm afraid his teammate makes a mistake. But he's coming into the final 2 corners, and he will start lap number 10, the final lap of this race. He's pretty much destroyed everyone. He had that moment on lap 3 when he fell off at Aintree, gave up a big lead, but luckily for him, everyone else crashed, so all the work he'd done previously had refixed itself. As he now goes into Magnus Beckett's for the final time. Nelson in second, he'll be happy with that solid ride. VTR holding on to third place, doesn't have to risk, but Jack Berman's gone down. Jack pushing to try and force his team into a mistake, and he's caused himself to make a mistake. And that now promotes Adam into 4th place. Jack should be fine for 5th place. But Flatty's done an absolute great ride. Finley goes past Sky. Sky's made a mistake, I think, as well. Into Magspec, it's onto the curb. So Sky's got a long lap as well. So Finley could be safe for a top 6. He was worried about having a worse result than 6th, and, well, fair to say he ain't worse than Sky. Cuts the track quite badly there. As we now go down the straight into Stowe for the final time. Finley goes really wide, he goes up the inside. Finley goes, try to hold it round the outside, trying to use the V4 power. Pull alongside into the Vale chicane, hard on the brakes. And he's going to run wide, surely he does. My god, that was aggressive. We now come up to the straight. Then we're going to try and find a way in pass through lap into lap, maybe contact between them. Into Farmer, now into the village. I think Paddy might just hold on to this, I don't know. Oh, he's gone down, I just say that, he's gone down, he's lost the front. But Platt, he's destroyed this race. He goes round Woodcut for the final time, and Platt is going to take the opening victory in Division 1 Season 7, and his flipping egg, his autopilot's been absolutely mental. Nelson, despite what he could have been a victory,
So
but he made a
careful
mistake at Cox,
Oh
and he finishes in 2nd place, which I think is a very good result on that Honda, and VTR holds on to finish in 3rd
I got
place.
pins and needles in my fingers.
Adam
Oh my
finishes
god.
in 4th, and Jack Berman, after nearly getting on the podium, he was in the podium positions for quite a bit.
Jesus Christ.
Tested for podium for the entire
I should have finished
time,
2nd in that race though,
top
man.
5.
I should have definitely
Finley
finished
holds on to
2nd.
6th place.
That
Paddy
crash
just
was-
about finishing
That's
7th ahead of
unbelievable.
Fadley in
that
8th.
crash.
Sire in 9th, and
No
Craig,
way
who
I should have crashed.
didn't finish, but will get
No
points for 10th
chance.
place.
That crash was...
He didn't finish.
Wow.
Oh, what a... Oh.
While we wait for the cameras to take
Derek
us to Park
Platt
Ferme to meet today's
takes
stars,
his
let's
first
take
victory.
a quick look at the final results of
And
this
then
race.
Pramac Ducati are back on top again. Nelson's in 2nd. VTR in 3rd. Strong results from those two. Adam in 4th. Jack in 5th. What could have been. He'll be kicking himself for those mistakes. He should have been at least 2nd.